The views expressed on this podcast are that of the host. This topic of UFOs is full of governments, charlatans, thieves, and loads of shit. For your listening enjoyment, put on your tinfoil hat, turn off all the lights in the home, and sit in complete silence because the probe is armed. Don't be scared if you're touched. Lastly, the UFO talk is explicit and your virgin mind is about to get fried. Let's get the show started.
This is the Tempest Universe.
Welcome to the Tempest Universe podcast. I am your host, Manny, and we're about 3 days late, almost 4. I don't know. I've lost track of time. I've been a little ill the last few days since the last podcast. Actually, it started mid-Tuesday. Shit just went downhill. But I made it. Better late than never. We're here Friday night. I don't know if some of you got paid. You probably did. I like that song, but back in the day, Friday night just got paid. Yeah, Friday night just got ill. So I'm gonna fumble through this. To be honest, I'll be honest with you guys. That's the way it's gonna go for this episode. You can almost hear it. I can hear it in my voice, still a little scratchy, but it is what it is. We got 4 articles to chat about today, and hopefully we'll make it through all the way. I don't foresee any technical issues, but you never know. And actually, UFO stories are a little light. All of a sudden, we finally get to the place where we can just say we're done with the UAP report in the government. As a matter of fact, no one's talking about it right now. I'm not seeing it at all. And even Marco Rubio, he was up there like a little chihuahua talking about we need to know the truth. Well, Senator, you disappeared as well with your 9-page freaking butt-cleaning, bird cage lining report. POSU actually allowed people to see. I think I would have felt better if we never saw that damn UAP report. But I know some of you are happy-go-lucky about it, so I'm not even going to go there anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say what's up to the guys who are in the live chat right now on Spreaker.com. Dave from Down Under, and also Green Man. You know him. He's kind of famous when it comes to the Asgardians, also known as Tom Selleck. And by the way, speaking about the Asgardians, we are going to have a bit of a special guest tomorrow on YouTube. I believe the time it's going to be, don't even quote me now. I think it's 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we will have Robert, who had a bit of a run-in with some insectoids. So, listen, it's going to be crazy. I'm going to tell you this right now. We got tons of questions for Robert. Hopefully they don't abduct him before he makes it on to YouTube, because that would be pretty sad for us. Can you imagine? Like, finally, the guy's got the courage to come out and tell his story, and then he ends up getting abducted before he even puts the information out there. He also has a question, because apparently they left a lot of marks on him, but it looks like hieroglyphics. Marks all over his body. So he's hoping that maybe someone will see it, maybe a fellow insectoid abductee, or someone else could make, heads or tails of these markings they left on him. But, hey, YouTube is where it's at. So tomorrow, you guys need to be there. You got to be part of this. I'll be putting it out through social media this evening sometime. And the best thing is that you can actually interact with the guests live through YouTube, Facebook as well. And if you have questions, you can post it in there. If you feel lucky, you can actually call in using your cell phone through YouTube or Facebook. Not really a call, kind of like an internet connection. And if you feel ballsy if you will, you can get on YouTube Live and put your mug up there if you want to and actually join myself and any of the Asgardians that are going to be there to talk to Robert about his incidents. And then, of course, the party continues after that because we never know. As many of you might have witnessed in the last episode, we never know what's going to happen. And it was quite entertaining, the last one, thanks to the Norm and Germ, who were out in about 40 miles north of Rachel, Nevada, searching for aliens and doing some interesting things, I have to say. Let's get up to the play the first track for today. This is how I feel, to be honest. This is it. Days before his epic flight, days before he finally gets to be Captain Kirk, William Shatner says he's shitting bricks. Well, maybe not exactly in those terms, but you gotta know that he's a bit skittish about it. October 12th is the day that the famous captain is heading up into space, and recently, actually as recently as Thursday, he spoke at a Comic-Con in New York, and he expressed his feelings about this trip into the abyss, the darkness of space. He says he's excited about it, but he's terrified. He says, I know, I am Captain Bloody Kirk, and I'm terrified. Listen, he's 90 years old. I'm sure that if this was a 30-year-old William Shatner, I mean, he'd be loving it, man. He'd be no nerds whatsoever. He really would embody Captain Kirk in this particular endeavor. But when he gets on that Blue Origin phallus, there might be a lot of farting involved. Because I feel like Bugs, when he gets nervous, he farts a lot. And I think William Shatner's going to be popping it up. I was going to try to do a thing here. Let's see. I don't know if I could do it, but, Stardate. 10/12/2021. I'm on this phallus, heading into space. I feel like I shit my pants. It's very possible. Let's be honest. The guy's 90 years old, and I know it's something that he's been looking forward to, especially with this crazy space race that's coming on. Now, again, I have not found anywhere where they talk about putting Shatner through any type of training for this. And I'm telling you, if Jeff Bezos kills off William Shatner, Captain Kirk, there's going to be some problems. Because all the Trekkies are going to come after his white phallus and his little bald head. That's all I'm saying. Let's be honest about it. He had this thing. It's kind of like a little couple sentences he told folks over at the New York Comic Con. And he says that the audience should acknowledge the marvel at natural phenomena. Now, what the fuck? This is unnatural. 90-year-old in space. That's unnatural. William, Bill. And he says, from how tree roots communicate with each other via electrochemical impulses to how a photon mysteriously behaves as both a wave and a particle. In the process, Shatner continued to say that these are miracles, the unknowables, things that should become known. It's like a end-of-life thing. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Like, literally. I feel like he's been watching... You know how sometimes when you feel sick and they say, don't go to, like, WebMD? I think, like, Shatner's been going to all the space accidents trying to prepare for this. He's watching all kind of freaking disasters. And he feels the end is near. The end is near. He says, so I'm going up. I'm scared. And then, of course, Jeff Bezos, he can't stay. I mean, shit, he got the oldest woman and now the oldest man to go to space. The oldest Adam and Eve pair. And he says, he pretty much calls it out. He says, you're going to be the oldest man in space. You fuck. What an asshole. I mean, literally. That really is why you got him up there? Don't be stupid. Of course, Shatner says, I don't want to be the oldest guy in space. I'm Captain Kirk. There's one thing. Like, he had, what was that other show he had? TJ Hooker. No one gives a fuck about TJ Hooker. For reals. It's the captain we were worried about. And he's heading up there. Now, another thing is that they mentioned the day after Kirk said, hey, I'm going to be on the phallus. And then Blue Origin mentions the other two folks that are going to be on there. Now, no one gives a fuck about those two guys anymore. It's all about the captain now. Captain Kirk. What is his flight going to be like? What is he going to say when he finally gets to reach weightlessness, which really, as Captain Kirk, I mean, he really didn't experience that too many times. So they're expected to be up there in the throes of or microgravity, as they call it, actually, microgravity, about a little bit more than 10 minutes. So they're going to have that flight. Okay, they're going to hopefully come back down in one piece. Because, like I said, I mean, I can't imagine that this would be the flight that Blue Origin would fuck up. I couldn't imagine that. But okay, you just never know. You never know. And then who is he? Is Bezos going to sue the estate of William Shatner now because he blew up the damn phallus? You just never know with this Jeff Bezos. You never know. Anyway, so there it is. The captain's a little bit skittish. As a 90-year-old and being fragile, I can honestly believe that a lot of shit is racing through his head right now. But what an amazing accomplishment for his career in his lifetime. To be able to end, well, I mean, I didn't mean by end, but to add a little bit of icing on his cake, to not only be the famous Star Trek captain, but to also finally reach space. So, good luck to William Shatner. Hopefully everything works out great. I would tell him to really hold on to something inside of that phallus as tightly as possible, but just don't tell his friends. There's more to the article regarding the New York Comic Con and other things that William Shatner shared. I could imagine that if you live out across the pond and you say something like Bill Shatner, it's probably what's going to happen inside the capsule. Pretty sure.
Keep thinking that I could have done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. You couldn't keep the door shut, and now the frostbite's creeping in. Stone cold since you left me here, so come home. Why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. You 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 got me stone cold. No Wizard of Oz can undo what I've done. Completely out of luck this time. I'm stuck in reverse. I gotta get away now, but I can't seem to take the lead. Oh baby, how could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. Still, I find myself hoping that you'll find your way back to me. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here, so come home. Why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. You 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 got me stone cold.
Kirk to Enterprise. Enterprise, come in. Kirk to Enterprise.
Green Man said, are they going to have like some green chick for him to hit on while he's on the Blue Origin phallus? Probably not, but they could get a second ride, and maybe a third ride, for Wally Funk if they paint her up and throw her up there, man. That'd be the oldest couple then. I mean, Jeff Bezos is not screwing around. He is getting that claim to fame through, old people, AARP. That's what it should be. It should be the Blue Origin AARP. And, everyone would run and become a member. So a few months ago, we talked about a company out in Florida that was offering high altitude, like really fucking high altitude balloon flights. You pretty much put you in the lower edge of space, and you go up, you have dinner, they play some music for you, they massage you, and do some other things because you're pretty much outside of the law. So all kind of shit can happen to you. But another company out of Tucson, Arizona, or Tucson if you're nasty, is now claiming that they're going to offer you a edge of space balloon ride for $50K. 50,000. That's a fucking bargain, to be honest. It's an amazing thing. I can't believe it's so cheap. I feel like they're going to throw a lot of the safety features the fuck out the window. There's not going to be any safety at all. They're not going to feed you. They'll just keep you like a fucking prisoner. It'll be the Squid Games in space. That's what's going to happen on this damn balloon. I don't know. I'm just making this up. The balloon is being made by a company called Worldview, and it's actually opened reservations. And here's the thing. This is the part that really gets me. I feel like I don't know what the hell's going on. There's just something weird about this. The $50,000, it's a 5-day balloon trip where you will go up to 100,000 feet. And you'll be above some landmarks, kind of like these 7 wonders, like never before. This is bananas. I can't get over the 5 days. I feel like, listen, at $10,000 a day, yeah, these are the kind of the prices that you see like back in the day with Robin Leach and the Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. $10,000 a day hotel or something like that. But this is fucking space. It really is. And to see the planet from what amount to about 4 times the distance that a plane flies. I mean, get all the fucking flat earthers together, folks. Like, we can actually save the lives and mental instability of many flat earthers if we could just collect some money and put 1 or 2 in the first few flights. What, fucking $100,000? Come on. There's more than enough sane people to put like maybe 50 cents a person in and get flat earthers on this damn balloon ride. Please, someone help me. Let's do this. But hey, listen, the actual company has been around since 2019, and the CEO, Ryan Hartman, says this is going to be fantabulous. The first port for this $50K ride into the stratosphere is going to be out of the Grand Canyon. I'm going to say this right now. There better be some environmentalists fucking around with them, like the way they're doing SpaceX down in Boca Chica, right? Because, come on, the Grand Canyon, that's one of our most famous natural wonder. And you're going to be flying your fucking space balloons from there? I'm gonna go out there, and I'm going to start protesting myself. Yeah, I'll be all dressed in leaves. Maybe, and just maybe, we'll get something going. I don't know. I figure someone's going to say some shit about it. Guaranteed. Someone's going to just kind of shit on their parade on this 5-day balloon ride. I think it's fantastic. For $50K, you may not be able to afford a ride on a phallus. But for fuck's sake, for $50K, this could be one of those end-of-life trips. Fuck, only old people get to do this shit. One of those things you should do as a bucket list. Get up there and see the world from just below space. The other thing is that they're going to expand this. So they're not just going to stay at the Grand Canyon. No, they are going to open other sites for this spaceport. And it's going to be the following: the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. See, they're fucking up the natural wonders. I'll tell you, someone's going to be mad about this. The Serengeti in Kenya, the Aurora Borealis in Norway, Amazonia in Brazil, and the Giza Pyramids in Egypt. Oh, well, and by the way, they're going to try to penetrate the Great Wall of China in Mongolia. That's why they left that one for last, because the Chinese are not going to fuck around with you guys. But anyway, what they'll do is they'll just steal the design and launch their own fucking balloons out of there, because that's what they do. They give no fucks. So for $500, you can put down a deposit for when the commercial flights start. Now, they're not starting into 2024, so shit, you got like 3 years to put aside. Well, first you could put your $500 down, right? And then you have, $49,500 to go, but you got 3 years, maybe even 4 years to get that shit together. This is doable, folks. It really is. I like it. I feel like I might try to get on one of these things eventually before I drop dead, if it's not today. So, a lot of amazing places that these things are going to launch from. Starting in the United States, fantastic. But, to be honest, I'd be interested in either Australia. I don't give no fucks about no pyramids. But, hey, even the Aurora Borealis out of Norway. That would be fantastic. But those are just my thoughts. There's more to this information here. And you can get the link to the website in case you want to put your $500 down now. But remember, $50,000 a seat. And they're actually saying in here that the $50,000 a seat is actually cheaper than going on a Mount Everest expedition. Fuck, that is a savings. I'll be honest. I'd rather do that, to be honest. Because I don't like the idea of freezing my ass off in some mountain somewhere. That's too much work. Oh, by the way, now don't think that you'll be crowded either, because apparently there's only going to be 6 passengers per flight over 5 days. I mean, come on. If this balloon has the accommodations of, let's say, probably not a fancy hotel, but kind of like a cheap hotel, it'd be worth it. It really would. It'd be fantastic. The views, I'm sure, will be amazing. So the link is in the description. Check it out. It's a good deal.
A sunny day, right there you took my breath away. Young and pretty, was it just a dream? The next day you called me up, you told me I'm your little buttercup. You came over and you fell into my arms. Well, I know what I feel. Please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover. I woke up all soaked in sweat, with chills running down my neck. I'm going crazy from just the thought of you. A long blonde hair and your beautiful smile. Your sense of humor makes it all worthwhile. Don't make me wait, it's not a funny game. You know just what I feel. Please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover, a hopeless lover, hopeless lover. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, and I can't get enough, can't get enough, I can't get enough, I can't get enough. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough.
this next article is another example of what you get when you spend billions of dollars to send a SUV-sized rover to Mars. Now, right from the beginning, I said it makes no sense that they're sending this expensive thing up to Mars in order to look for fossils or life being there billions of years ago. No one gives no fucks about that. I'll be honest. You guys know it. Billions of years ago, water flowed on Mars. Who fucking cares? It's 2021. We're still trying to figure out aliens on this planet. Could you really want to spend all that money just to search and drill holes in rocks? Come on. Really? Maybe you guys should have been dentists instead of, rocket scientists. Anyway, so there's a paper out that is suggesting that maybe possibly the rover might be around an area that has the organic compounds that could suggest maybe not, because they're never fucking committal. They're non-committal about the whole fucking thing. They can't commit to it at all, even though they spent $1 billion just to send the shit up there. They can't commit to anything it's looking at. Anyway, so they say there might be an area near the rover that has those organic compounds that suggest that maybe in the past there was life, and that it's waiting to be uncovered. Waiting for what? What could it be waiting for? We just sent it up there. What is it waiting for? I don't understand. The study was published on October the 7th in the Journal of Science, and it basically does exactly what Scott C. Waring does. This is the shit here. This is the part that gets me. You know Scott C. Waring, Pareidolia Pete, that gets all these pictures from NASA and sees like rabbits, frolicking through the rocks, or he sees some lady handing out newspapers. NASA now is taking pictures of Percy the rover, and they're looking over the pictures, and they're like, oh, there used to be a small mouse here in this rock. Let's build a little area for it to play and drill a hole in it. That way it can hide from now on. They literally are looking over pictures because they feel that the structures that they see around old Percy very possibly may eventually give signs to biosignatures that there was life at one time. I don't know who's excited about this. I don't understand. There's a quote here from the author of the paper, Nicholas Mangold. I think he was a stunt double in that movie Goldmember. It says, we know that water was running on the surface at one point in the past, but we don't know the duration of the activity. That's it. That's what we sent this $1 billion thing up there for. Just so that we can say that. So that we can say that one time Mars was blue. And some shit went down. The atmosphere is gone. And so now we're trying to figure out why. Because I don't understand how that's going to help us. Now they're a bit disappointed too. Believe it or not. They're a little disappointed because apparently the rover didn't land where they wanted to go. Like, they should hire Pareidolia Pete to just figure this whole shit out already. Somebody call Scott C. Waring and let him know that JPL needs his help in identifying the insects, the insectoids, and all those crazy aliens that are sitting on Mars right now, that the rover is just outside of their reach. Because that's what he does. Why are they fucking around? He's got decades of experience looking at NASA pictures and pulling out some amazing things. And, Pareidolia may not have anything to do with it, apparently, because even NASA is seeing things in the Percy pictures. The funny thing is they actually admit that they're quite disappointed with the fact that they are not near the area that they're looking at. The area that they believe that the river flowed freely and where they believe there are still signs of ancient life on Mars. And also those organic compounds. So I don't know who decided to put Percy where the fuck it landed, but they landed just outside of the area, and apparently they're not going to go there. Apparently somebody decided, no, we're not, no, buddy, we can't go there. This is not the time. We need to go drill more holes in these rocks over here. Look at that rock right there. Yeah. But strangely enough, I thought the mission was to go where evidence of ancient life was. But I guess that's not going to happen. They'll continue to look through pictures, examine what the cameras are looking at, sit there and imagine what could have been because they ain't there. Now, there is something that's going on right now called the Mars Solar Conjunction. So every 2 years, the Earth and Mars are on opposite sides of the Sun. So sending signals is a no-go. So Percy is right now on its own until mid-October. And eventually they'll get back to do stuff. But apparently it's running autonomously right now, kind of monitoring its surroundings. It's not going anywhere. Because could you imagine, is after this so-called Mars Solar Conjunction, we come back and the fucking thing is not there. Wouldn't that be crazy? That'd be fucking nuts. That's just crazy. Now, they ain't dumb. Now, these guys are using the MRO satellite to kind of take pictures of old Percy while it's incommunicado. Which is strange, right? So how the fuck did they get the pictures from the MRO while the Mars conjunction is going on? Very strange. I don't know how they did that. That just blew my mind. But if you want to know more about the Percy that could have been, because they landed in the wrong fucking spot, check out the article. It actually has the area that it landed on, Jezero Crater, Jezero, fucking the name, Jezero Crater. There's a lot of pictures on there where they try to demonstrate where the areas of water in that little ancient river delta, as they call it, where it flowed the most and where they think that that life flourished, basically, which doesn't help us today. But hell, somebody's looking for something. Check out the link in the description. If you love Percy, I'm sure you enjoy this, and somebody gets Scott C. Waring over to JPL, because they could use his help.
Take it too far, now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land. Like a fish on land. I started to get lost at the station where you left. Everything was falling off. Better off. hell. No more cookies in this jar. Did I take it too far? Now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land. Take it too far, now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land. But I'm deep, deep down on the bottom of a well. I don't belong, can't you tell? This place must be hell. No more cookies in this jar. Did I take it too far? Now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land.
This asshole.
You know, I'm really looking forward to the YouTube situation tomorrow with Robert. Listen, it's been a long time since I've heard a good insectoid abduction situation, and for me, the insectoids, they're a little creepy sometimes. Sometimes their stories are just strange. Like the really rough ones are probably the all the other lizard people, right? Those are the ones, the sleeve stack stories. But insectoids are weird. Like insectoids, just they try to fuck with your head. They really do. And all the stories I've heard about insectoid abductions, they mess with you. They get into your head, and they enjoy it quite a bit. So I don't know. I'm ready. I'm ready to hear this. All right, so I'm going to play this clip because I ran across it today. And there is no respect for pilots. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Pilots, they get no respect from the control tower, from the government. They really don't. And we'll get into... Here's a funny story. But we'll get into what I'm talking about, right? Because we know pilots and UFOs don't mix. They really do not. So... check this out.
Well, we are learning more about another possible jetpack sighting in the skies near LAX.
Skywas 3626, use caution. The jet man is back. Let me know if you see him.
A pilot reported seeing an object that looked like someone wearing a jetpack and flying near the airport last night. And it's now getting the attention of the feds. But once again, the key question here, did the pilot really see what he thought he saw? NBC4's Ted Chen live near LAX with the story for us. Ted.
Carolyn, all the evidence so far points to no. A developer of these jetpacks says the current technology simply does not exist for someone to reach those kind of heights where an airplane would see them. But the audio you're about to hear does raise some interesting questions.
County 363, possible jetpack man in sight.
NBC4's I-Team has learned that it was a Boeing 747 cargo plane that reported the sighting yesterday around 6:12 p.m. in the area of Whittier and Santa Fe Springs.
And do you know what altitude?
Air traffic control began notifying other planes nearby.
Attention all aircraft, use caution for the jetpack. He is just north of the final, around 5,000 at gate, last reported.
All right, we're looking for the Iron Man, last 233.
Late last year, several pilots reported similar sightings of what appeared to be a person in a jetpack flying near LAX. The FBI said at the time that was unlikely.
My best estimate last time when this happened was it was some kind of electric propulsion drone. So, basically a drone with a mannequin attached or something like that.
David Mayman is the CEO of Jetpack Aviation, which is developing jetpacks and other flying vehicles. He says current technology would not allow a person in a jetpack to get that high.
So for a jetpack to take off from a suburban area, which you have to be flying where it is, and to climb to 3,000 or 5,000 feet, and then to hover around long enough to be sighted by an airliner, and then to come back down and land, there's no technology in existence today where the jetpack could fly that long.
The FAA issued this statement saying, quote, no unusual objects appeared on radar around LAX on Wednesday evening. The FAA has worked closely with the FBI to investigate every possible jetpack sighting report. We have not been able to validate any of the reports. Mayman adds, though, that his company is only about 2 to 3 years away from launching a motorcycle-type jetpack that could last up to an hour, carry 2 people, and reach up to 15,000 feet. Reporting live near LAX, Ted Chen, NBC4 News. Michael Carolyn, back to you.
All right, Ted, thank you.
First of all, motorcycles are hard enough on the road. How the fuck you gonna ride one 15,000 feet in the air? Come on. What the hell is going on? Let's get back to the story, though. That was about 11 months ago that I-Team report from NBC came out of Los Angeles. Holy shit. What the hell is going on? What is it the first thing I thought was, it was Los Angeles, right? Publicity stunt. Maybe someone is flying like a drone, dressed like a human being, flying around LAX. But for what? For what? That makes no damn sense. Well, there was another one of these Jetpack Man sightings in July 29th. Holy shit. Is there someone literally putting on a jetpack and flying around LAX by these damn airplanes? It is fucking nuts. The other thing, too, is why nobody believes pilots? They report UFOs, they report all this weird shit in the sky. Now they're reporting Iron Man. And no one believes them. What's going to happen to their careers? All these guys that reported the Iron Man flying around LAX is nuts. So the sighting in July of this year was pretty similar. Apparently, a Khalida air cargo pilot using the call sign Connie 363 made a report. And as the airplane was lining up for final approach. Sorry, my throat's getting super scratchy from this illness. They actually called the tower and said this: Connie 363, possible jetpack man in sight for position at gate. The pilot then says that they were descending through 5,000 feet near the 710 and 105 freeway. The controller asks, was he off your left or right? The pilot says, oh, right wing, red outfit. What the hell? Like, did someone stop the pilot when he landed and say, hey, buddy, come over here. We need to check if you need to detox before you take back off again. Walk this flashing line on the runway. We want to see if you're inebriated in some way, drinking all them little bottles. This is crazy as hell. What the hell is going on? The controller at that point, referred to as a South Cal approach, warned other pilots to look out for this object, this Iron Man, this Red Rocket Man. I don't even know what the hell to call him. So the controller goes, attention all aircraft, use caution for the jetpack. He is just north of final, around 5,000 at gate, last reported. A few minutes later, a FedEx cargo pilot was asked to actually look at it. FedEx 326 Heavy, let me know if you see that Jetman. It was reported just up here, just now. And of course, the pilot repeats, states back, I'm looking, I have no, so far, I'll let you know, FedEx 326 Heavy. And the controller says, okay, they're calling him the Iron Man. Nuts. Totally nuts. Now, the reason all these things are coming out was, number one, recent situation this year in July, but also there was actually an FAA mandatory occurrence report that's usually used for these kind of weird situations, unusual events, and it's in there. At one point, they even notified the LA County Sheriff's Department helicopter to look around when they had this sighting to see if they could find this Jetman / Iron Man that's doing flybys by LAX. It's a crazy story, but you know, it just goes back to, we have this one guy who creates these jetpacks who says, oh, now we are many years away from being able to do this. It is impossible. But it's fucking happening. Like, it's actually happening. You have so many pilots reporting this. How could it not be happening? I mean, unless they're all on the same goofy juice. Who fucking knows? Did they all get bad weed? I don't understand. Something's going on over the skies of LAX. And someone's got to know. Because how the fuck do you come in and out and wearing a red suit? And is it Santa Claus on his day off? Right? I mean, it's fucking July. He has nothing better to do. So he freaking does flybys over LAX. I don't understand. But the other thing, again, the pilots get no respect. Literally. Get no respect at all. We'll see. It almost feels like the pattern, because it is not consistent. Like someone is testing some kind of a jetpack. Like someone built, you know, there might be a fucking Tony Stark out there in Los Angeles. Who knows? A modern, a real, you know, Tony Stark, and he's building some kind of a suit to fly like a jetpack. First of all, I'd be scared shitless to get sucked into one of those jet engines, but I guess he knows what he's doing. And the other thing is, you know, even with that guy that said he's building a jetpack motorcycle, no one gives a fuck about that. A jetpack motorcycle and somebody wearing a jetpack, that's a long way down to be get a jetpack, get it fail, and then you're fucking around with jet planes. It is a crazy, nutty story, but I have a feeling this is not the end of it. I really, in my gut, I feel like this really is someone testing some kind of a device, some kind of jetpack, something, and they're doing these short little appearances so that they don't get caught. Because who believes pilots? Pilots are fucked up in the head. They're drunk all the time. They sleep on the job. They spot UFOs. You can't trust them. So I can see someone getting away with pulling a stunt like this when people really don't believe in what pilots say. It's a nutty story. Hopefully you guys will be there tomorrow on YouTube. It is the end of the podcast today. I actually made it through. I didn't think I was, because I'm telling you right now, my throat is burning. But tomorrow should be fun. Looking forward to hearing the insectoid story. And I have a feeling Robert's going to shock and awe us, especially since part of his situation is that he was able to contact insectoids and invite him to his pad. I wish I had that ability. We'd solve all this ufology nonsense, I guarantee you. This is the end of the podcast. We'll catch you next week. I'm sure, hopefully, I'll feel better by then. But hopefully, tomorrow, it'll be an entertaining episode on YouTube. We'll be putting it out through social media later this evening, so be there or be square. What can you do? Sometimes you live or you die.
determination. Have to do it all to survive the nightfall. When you fight against the time and you're about to lose your mind, it's easy to cross the line. There's no answer as to why when you look death in the eye. Either you live or you die. You live or you die. You live or you die. You're killing me, you're killing me, you're killing me. Can't have enough, you're killing me, you're killing me, you're killing me. Can't have enough, you're killing me, you're killing me, you're killing me. When you fight against the time and you're about to lose your mind, it's easy to cross the line. There's no answer as to why when you look death in the eye. Either you live or you die. You live or you die. You live or you die. Live or you die.
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will be free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you're the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a I don't give a fuck. 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 It's time to start doing the right thing. So trust your instinct, stop listening to others, and own your decisions. People will always tell you what to do, people and how to live. So let's create space for what matters most to you. You'll be glad you did. Now start reclaiming your time and your mental well-being by saying no more.